recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice.
Poetic justice. Poetic justice. Happy belated birthday to Kendrick Lamar.
Yes, K-Dot. Happy birthday, K-Dot. Okay.
And happy birthday to She's Always Late. Her birthday is today, so I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the way before I forget.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
She might pop in today, she might not. Oh, I got episode 16 up there. Tika, my bad. Episode 17.
It's all right.
So, hello, everybody. Hi. We are here to discuss Tyler Perry's Zatima, Life is Hard, Death is Easy, Season 4, Episode 17. And before we get started, Mo, Tika, Tamika, what are y'all thoughts on the episode? And what do y'all rate it 1 to 5? 1 is the lowest, 5 is the highest.
It was a cool episode.
I don't hear Mo.
Yeah,
I can hear it.
Me right? Okay.
It
was a cool episode. I'm still waiting for Jeremiah to make an appearance. Like last time we saw him, he was up there recovering. But that's what I'm waiting on. We got to see homegirl getting her treatments. It was just sad. I'm like, girl, don't give up. Talking about like take my kids. No, girl, because somebody lost their life. I mean, you have to give up the fight. Like, just try. We're gonna pray and try, okay? But it was a cool episode. Zach and no, what's her name? Belinda, child. That was a hot mess. And Angela, she get on my nerves wholeheartedly. She embarrassed herself every chance she get. It never fails. I get embarrassed for that sister, but I give it a 3. Like I said, waiting on Jeremiah. We need to get back to the to the clinic to see how he doing in his progress.
Yeah, did she say I was next? Because y'all know I'm burning cloudy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I can't lie, y'all. I gave this episode a 4.5, 4.5 because Tony, he got to reveal his truth and everything. I'm happy that pressure was relieved from him. He was holding in some stuff, so I'm glad he was able to relieve that pressure. And then we got to see Connie again. R.I.P. to Miss Betty. Dang, because Miss Betty was the one that was telling her, get your support system together. I know we're gonna get into it, but like she was that one person that she kind of had something in common to be able to talk to, right? And so it was that moment, this episode literally, and it was an emotional roller coaster for me. And I know we're gonna, like I said, I know we're going to get into it, but emotional roller coaster. And I love shows like that. They have me on the high, laughing at the dumb stuff, and then have me crying, and then bring me back to the middle. So 4.5 for me.
Okay, cool. Tamika?
Okay. Took her through there.
I gave it a 3.
Yeah, I'm at a 3. I also feel like Monique, where I could use seeing Jeremiah again. I know the actor had already said that like this was gonna be it for him, but we haven't seen him since episode 1, and I was hoping we was gonna close that out. Of course, I always can relate and feel when we see Connie and get an update with her. And I was okay with Tony and him being able to have this conversation and get his closure. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. The rest of it, I really didn't give a damn about. Like, I don't know. The story is just not appealing to me. It's not hitting me with the whole Belinda of it all, and Angela don't know what the hell she want, and we could have took that whole part out for me. That kind of lowered the score for me because I was just like, what are we doing?
They sat there too long for me.
Yeah.
Tika, can you tell her we done?
Yeah, they're done. They're done, Candy.
I hate I cannot hear y'all.
StreamYard acting the monkey. I don't know what the heck is going on.
Yeah. Before we came up, we couldn't hear you.
Right.
Y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Yep. Okay. So do y'all mind leaving out and coming back in just to make sure? Because I hate because I have to look at the green dot to make sure y'all talking.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. Try it
But while y'all
again.
doing
No
that, I'm
problem.
gonna speak to the people in the chat.
Yep.
Let's see. Renee Beckham says happy birthday. Monique is speaking to Renee. I thought I saw more comments in this. That's Tika, Yolanda. Hi, Yolanda. What do y'all think about the episode? How do y'all rate it? What are your thoughts? I'm going to give the episode. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 because, like Tika said, it. We got a little bit more on. We understood about the. Oh God, I'm gonna tell you that girl made me cry. Connie and Tony, releasing that he's been holding on for forever, and something like that was very major. No matter who you are or what you got going on in life, holding on to something like that, whether you go to jail, don't go to jail, found, whatever, no matter what it is, it's like holding on to something like that. You took somebody's life, whether it was intentional, what self-defense or what have you, like something like that is real heavy. So I was glad Tony was able to lift that burden because a couple episodes ago, Tony was ready to turn himself in, and baby, they was talking about some traffic tickets, fooling around with Nate. So, and that's how heavy it was on his heart. He was really, ready to go in. He didn't care because it was heavy on his heart. It was like, oh, y'all want me? Y'all want? I'm okay. All right, cool. Let's go. But that's just how heavy it was on him, and I was so glad that he was able to release that stress. But we're gonna go ahead and start with something simple, not something simple, but something light, not so heavy. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Y'all say something?
Can you hear us?
I don't hear nothing. I don't
Oh
hear
my.
Tika.
Test it,
I see
test
Tika.
it, test it. Oh wow.
Mo.
What?
Nope. Tamika. Shit.
Tamika muted.
I don't hear nothing.
Tamika muted.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Volume. I'm gonna turn Tika volume all the way up. Can I do that? Is that
Yeah,
gonna make
you
a
should.
difference? Damn, I hate I can't hear y'all. I cannot.
Audio.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Zach attending an unscheduled therapy session. So Zach pulls up on, I forgot the doctor's name, but he pulls up on the doctor and he's there with they having like a group therapy session, and he lets him know he's experiencing, he think he's experiencing racism. And when he's talking to the doctor or whatever, he's letting him know that how he's feeling. He said, "You've been feeling like that all day long. You've been holding it in all day, and it has taken up so much of your time and so much space when something you really don't even know if that really exists." And that really did mean a lot because it's like you holding on to something and not even sure if it's what you think it is. And I appreciate him for going to therapy for that. And then he think he's experiencing racism. You got the white guy sitting next to him. He all balled up in a knot or whatever. Like he's tight. Like he don't know what's going on. Like I'm sitting between two of them. Candy, you go out and come back in. Renee, how you gonna tell me what to do?
Look, she said everybody can hear everybody else, but y'all, the Candy.
So I'm gonna do what Renee said because she said, "Candy, you go out and come back in." So I'm gonna go and come back. And y'all, if Tika, Mo, and then Tamika,
Okay. All right. Yeah. I thought it was a very growthful moment of Zach to go to the therapist on his own. Nobody had to tell him to go. Nobody had to force him to go. So I love that, he displayed some growth. He said that, he talked about how Fatima taught him the word gaslighting, and something is transitioning within Zach. Like he's really, really changing. I don't know if it's because of this second baby and chicken nugget, or if it's just
Girl,
the fact
chicken
that
nugget don't even exist.
he's growing into being the man that he should be. And so that, okay, cool.
Okay.
That therapy section was just perfect. Was perfect for me to see him. And we found out that Nate's wife, she barely graduated, but she graduated
Now she
from
barely
therapy.
Mhm.
a week.
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear
Yes,
you.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
Perfect.
All right. Y'all go ahead and
Yeah, I agree. I like that he came volunteer, like, cause Dr. Reed was like, "This is not your day to come." Like, everything okay. I just find it crazy that he automatically single out Zach and put much attention on Zach than the other group. Cause like, what the heck? But yeah, so I'm glad Zach opened up about what he's dealing with, racism, and he happened to sit next to a white guy is hilarious to me. I just find it so hilarious. But yes, I'm glad that, like you said, it's growth and he opening up about his feelings, and Nathan wife, child, she did enough to get out of there, because she did enough to get out of there, because I think she gonna spend a block on Nathan ass, because what. But yeah, so I'm proud of Zach. I'm proud to see him willingly to seek help, other than he don't want to burden Fatima, because she's already carrying that load, and she's almost about to pop, and she got this baby shower to think of, and they just got through dealing with that stalker chick. So yeah, I'm proud of him. Tamika?
Yeah, I agree with what y'all already said. It definitely showed growth that he went there and that Dr. Reed was able to acknowledge it and be like, wait a minute, you just come in, like, you only supposed to come in, 2 times a week, and this is not your day. So, and, to know that he's carrying that load for the whole day. And in a general conversation, I agree with Dr. Reed as far as finding out, because sometimes you may be thinking one way and you want to verify that is actually happening that way, or that the person even knows that they made you feel a way. But I don't know if that necessarily applies to this situation, but we shall see, I guess.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
also
I don't think it applies to this, because we know it's not your regular run of the mill conversation. Like, this was business. So I guess he left that part out. It's a business. Did he leave that part out? There was a business venture, and that he felt like he was. Well, he did say one of his partners was taking.
Yeah, he said he had a
He did
plan.
say,
Mhm.
but he wanted to make sure he was doing it the legal way and not no bad, no
Yeah.
bullcrap going on. So, but I don't think he went into depth about. Well, he didn't go into depth about exactly what it was, but because he gave him like a brief synopsis that it was something, and he felt that way. But Dr. Reed was right, and right and wrong, because it's based on a business thing. So it's really not something he could really approach that person and tell them how he made him feel, because shit. Now maybe later on, once they get everything taken care of, he might can approach him or whatever, some kind of way.
Yeah,
I don't
once
know
that person
though.
sign the dotted line, and then hop
Yeah.
out, say, "Gotcha, bitch," and then yeah, and then I'm
I
sorry.
also like that Dr. Reed told him, like, if you find out that it is the truth, like, what are you going to do? Like, what are you really going to do about the situation? So him telling him, I mean, I liked what Dr. Reed said. He didn't have the full picture, he didn't have the full story, but he gave him enough guidance to say, okay, think before you act. Think before you act. If you got a plan in motion, okay, cool. Let that plan go. As long as it's legal, let that plan happen. And then again, now you got to think about it. If that is the case, what are you gonna do? Because I think we talked about it last week. It could be the whoever the contractor was could have been like, I'm not effing with you because you got a criminal background.
Right.
It may not even have anything to do, with his case or his race. And then Zach go over there, want to wild out on the dude, and now you none of your business are ever gonna be able to flourish, because now you have this history of violence. So it was, yeah, I love everything y'all said. This episode though, I don't know. It just the white dude sitting next to him, he was trying so hard not to say the wrong thing to be like really offensive, but then Zach and the let me jump at you type, like I'll bust you upside, like dude, and dude was just sitting there like, why me? Why did I have to come to therapy today?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. He's so happy sitting next to a white guy's friend.
Right.
But Dr. Reed did tell him, like, make sure, you know, you have the reason for your rage before, you know, like confirm the reason for rage before you do it. And that was like a very important thing, because don't just jump, like you said, jump to conclusions about something, and you really
we
don't
know
what
Zach
it
like
is.
to jump.
Girl, ain't he frogging, ain't he? You know, and Zach, he had to think about that thing, like, okay, confirm, don't assume, just understand that, you know, make sure you understand what's going on with the situation before you go there, because you don't know if they're doing something wrong. You got to have proof of that. But you know, trying to tell him to talk to him, and he can't really talk to that guy. Maybe later on he can, so we'll see. But I did enjoy the Zach going to an unscheduled therapy session. Kudos to Zach. Hand clap, 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 clap.
Hey. Shout out to this purple. I love this color, Candy. I'm sorry. I like this color though.
Oh, thank you. Is Angela the drama or not? So Angela is at the salon. She's got her hair done. She was under the dryer at one point. Then she sees Sean come in. And Sean is coming to pick up this young lady. But she gets up and she's like, you don't see me, you don't know me. Who are you? You done moved on already. Who is this bee? Then called us lady so many bees and this, that, and third. And, you know, I've been in the hospital. I'd have had a heart attack. You ain't called me and check. He said, girl, you told me to leave you alone. Like, give you some space. What do you want from me? What more do you want from me? In Tyree's voice. Like, Angela, girl, what is really going on? You told me I the one that made you feel like you knew what love was. You didn't know what love was till you got with me. But Angela, girl, I'm gonna need you to calm down. Tamika, Modi, and Tika, what's going on with Angela? Is it her medication? She have a heart medication? Like, what is I'm talking about the medication the doctor gave her. I ain't talking about them shoot 'em ups. I'm talking about that. Like, what is? Cause she, this is a turn off.
I don't know. I don't relate to this, so I can't tell you. I guess it's for somebody, but it's not for me, because you just finished saying, first of all, you did tell him you need a break, back up off you. He said, okay, I'm going to respect that. And you just finished having a conversation with Bryce, where you saying you're going to try to give that a go, and that Bryce and her need to have a conversation. So why is it making you so upset to see him here with this girl? You being very disrespectful, and you was wrong. You was wrong about insinuating that he moved on and this was a girl that he was trying to get with and all of that. And you was just out of pocket, period. Now she's talking about she in love with two men. I don't think this girl know what love is. I'm sorry. It's a no for me, dog. I don't like any of this. I ain't understand where Angela is coming from with this.
Yeah, Angela, girl, get out of here with this. I'm like, you dissing him in the parking lot, rejected his flowers. He came by your house. You say you need some space. You need to work on yourself. Whatever. He just come in to pick up his cousin. He know you was here, and he let alone know you was in the hospital suffering from heart attacks. So it's like, girl, what he got ESP? Like, what you supposed to do? Read your mind? Like, I don't know. Like,
not ESP, child.
That's how she be acting. I be like, you just told dude, like, you need your space. You need to work on yourself. You're not looking for a relationship, blah, 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 blah. And then you just told Bryce that you love him, whatever, that you think about y'all working something out. It's just, girl, make up your mind. I just need you to get your health together and be with nobody, okay? Work on self, not just your health, your self-esteem as well, okay? Like she loves to embarrass herself. She definitely embarrass herself. No wonder you got back in that corner under that dryer. and mom's the word. Like, that was so embarrassing.
Okay.
Yes, it was very embarrassing. I had secondhand embarrassment. Okay.
She's giving Gucci, I think I love Gucci, you don't love me. Gucci, you like she is giving drama with all them A's in there. She's giving so much drama. I don't know if Angela need to be on some medication for this situation that she is going through. She's definitely giving and no disrespect to anybody who suffers or deals with bipolar, but she's giving me that. Like back then you didn't want me, now I'm hot, you all on me, meaning now she didn't want Sean a minute ago, and now she thinks that he is with someone else, and now she all of a sudden wants him and she loves him. Girl, take several seats on the edge of a hot plate, just sit there, because you don't know what you want, Angela. I've always just, it's always something with Angela. I was rooting for her and Bryce. Clearly this heifer don't know what she want. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. So Courtney, just stop writing Angela in these scenes. You're wasting our time. You're wasting my brain cells out there. I'm getting older, and the more I watch Angela, the more my brain cells seem to go away, seem to disappear on me. I need you to stop writing anything for Angela, because this made absolutely no sense. And of course, Sean is going to have some empathy for her because he's an empathetic individual once he found out that she had a heart attack. But girl, you just told me not to call you. So how am I supposed to know that something is wrong with you, something has happened to you, along with the fact that you was just booed up in a sense with Bryce, who you've been called, that who was the first person name that you called when you needed somebody to come to the hospital? Bring Bryce with you. So girl, sit down somewhere.
Yeah, and then when he left out, she had like she had got like ooh, shame. You know, it's like I just didn't. That just pissed me off when she did that. Like, Angela, calm down, girl. Oh, I don't know what she
Candy, if she play her cards right, she can have both of them, because you know that's Bryce tight.
Yeah,
that's Bryce tight.
She can have all. She can have all of them, whatever she wants. But I just need her to.
Happy Pride.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, she just. Oh, she irksome. Like, she just. Forget. I ain't finna be the dead horse.
Oh, geez, every week she's stressed.
Did I want to go here? Yeah, I want to go here. So so the episode starts off where it ended, where we have Angela and Fatima at the beauty salon. And wait a minute, that ain't the slide. That ain't it. Okay, so they had that beauty salon coming in, and they just having a whole conversation about, you're not a mobile hairstylist, so I need to get my hair done. But I just had a heart attack, girl. And Belinda like, oh hell no, I know you lying. Like, you did what? And they still don't get it. They still not understanding why Belinda is going off or whatever. So you got Angela going over there saying, hey girl, like, what's going on? She said, you still here? Like, what you here for? Why you still here? Like, why is she still here? And she's trying to let them know, like, you had a heart attack and you didn't call me. Nobody called me and told me anything. And you've been sitting on this the whole time. Fatima, you too? And she just going through the motions of, y'all don't like me. We're not friends, this, that, and the third. And, and she don't want to hear the sorries from them. And I understand all of this. I get it. Because it's like, you do all this and you left me out. Y'all didn't tell me anything. Y'all can't be my friends. Meanwhile, she's tearing old girl head up. I had to get them pictures in there. She tearing old girl head up. She holding her head from left to right, front to back. Lord, the whole thing. The little girl was going through it. But it's like they were not comprehending the issue. And we're going to talk about the issue right here first before they get somebody just had a heart attack, got a whole little Tweety bird back. So what are y'all thoughts on this? And I said last week, I didn't like the way they left her out, even though her and Fatima had issues. She didn't really have no issue with Angela, but her and Fatima had issues because of the Zach situation. So I get that part. I get Fatima not calling her, but Angela should have definitely called Belinda. And Belinda could have called it, go both ways. However, I don't know you had a heart attack. And evidently we don't talk every day, no how. So I can't put that on Belinda like that. But because something very tragic happened to you, I think Angela should have called Belinda if Belinda is that type of friend. And we're gonna stay on the not calling part. Tika, Mo, and then Tamika.
Yeah, after kind of sitting back and thinking about it, yeah, we had that moment last week where I said she looked at them like y'all don't tell me nothing. And then, just after sitting back and just really, really thinking like, how would I feel if somebody, even though me and this person, we went through something, but now we've reconciled. We're in the process of developing our friendship. I'm still cool with one of them. And I know one of them, we actually had a little issue, but we're kind of trying to make our way back to the way we used to be. I have done her hair, got her ready for her whole baby shower or her baby pictures, or maternity shoot, I should say. And so we should still be on a level of, okay, I'm cool. We're cool with each other, cool enough to where if something extremely detrimental happens to one or the other, somebody should be willing to reach out and call me and say, hey, this is what's going on. Angela's in the hospital. Come through, or I can keep you updated. So I feel like, she deserved to be made aware of what was going on, regardless of the past history between she and Fatima. And just like you said, Candy, there was no issues between her and Angela. Like they were good. So, Angela should have been like, okay, well, now that things have calmed down with me and I can kind of relax a little bit, even if it was 2 days after she was in the hospital, she could have easily said, hey girl, I've been in the hospital for 2 days. I'm just letting you know. I know it's late, but I'm just letting you know. So yeah, they kind of did it wrong in this particular moment. And so yeah, they should have placed the call. I know. They should have placed the call. I mean, yeah, F Belinda, but it's F Belinda, but they've allowed her back in their circle. You know what I mean? So at that point, when you allow me to come back to your house, do your hair, kind of hang with you a little bit, even in the pictures, like I'm in the maternity shoot pictures too. That changes everything. It's a slow process, but that changes everything.
And I'm glad you brought that up, Tika, because I forgot all about that. So yes. Yeah.
Changing everything for who?
Because
at least for Angela and Fatima.
Yeah.
I know Angela, but Fatima,
No. You was at my house. I came to your house, do your hair for your maternity shoot. You allowed me to be in the pictures. So evidently, us doing that, breaking bread together, I was cool enough with you. We were good. I'm in your home. I'm in your house.
Yeah, because they talked about it.
Yeah. So
baby steps.
So why? No. Ain't no baby steps, because baby, I'm in your house. Once you come to my house,
and the first time her being there.
It doesn't matter. We made up. I'm at your house now. After that, and I'm in the photos. I done did your hair at the house. Hey, the slate should have been clean. You should have called her. Thank you, Tika. Fatima, you should have called Belinda.
Yep.
Thank you, Tika. So. I forgot about that.
I disagree. I disagree. I'm sorry. I disagree with the Fatima part. Angela, hell yeah, you should have called. Anybody else should have called besides Zach and Fatima, because mind you, they had that stalker B situation going on. So I'm not thinking about Belinda ass. To be honest, I'm barely like, my brain is like, and she's got that paper. So I'm like worried about Angela, and then I'm worried about this B in my house. I see her on camera all in my shit. Like, it's a lot going on for me over here. And I'm carrying the load. Girl, that was more on Angela than Fatima, in my opinion. Like, hell, even Nathan could have given her a text. Like, your homegirl. I mean, you were just sleeping on her couch not too long ago and effing her. Like, anybody could.
We're going to keep it on this. We can't put them in it because they ain't in the scene. We're gonna keep it on us.
I can keep it wherever. I'm the one that's up next talking.
Oh, bitch.
Oh,
Let me kick you out. Let me kick you off.
Oh, do she got to get the mute? Do she got to get the mute, Candy? Do you got to get the mute?
I can go whatever. They're in the show. Like what? They was at the hospital. Like, oh my god!
But
and the guys was there as well.
She don't know who Leslie is, y'all. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mo. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she don't. Yeah, she don't know who Leslie is. I agree with that. Even though she did her whole hair, talking about you look just like her friend. Yeah, she don't know that part yet. I don't know when they're gonna tell her. I guess when she escape again.
Okay, she can get that man some good jug or whatever. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So I just feel like it's more Angela than Fatima, in my opinion. Like I said, Fatima had a lot going on to be thinking about Belinda, but I understand how Belinda feels about that. But that put more weight on Angela than Fatima, in my opinion. And you're all right. Like they have the nerve to come in like she just had a heart attack, especially Angela, and then ask her to fix her hair. That's just why.
They kiki in and carrying on. What the fuck y'all laughing at?
Especially Angela. That's why I said, especially Angela. Like, girl, you wildin', and that's your home girl. So that's it for me, Tamika.
I don't give a damn. Go ahead, Tamika.
I really don't. This relationship is weird to me. Like, I would have never been messing with Belinda again, and I always thought Angela was flimsy on this whole thing from the get-go, so that always was an issue for me. So it's like, and I definitely don't see this being Fatima's fault or her responsibility to say anything. And her talking about I'll fight a pregnant lady, girl, I wish you would. Like,
that's why
I guess she's upset. She can have whatever feelings she want to have. You can't tell somebody that their feelings are not valid. I guess I look through it from a different lens because, first of all, like I said, once you go a certain place, me and you ain't friends no more. But I have friends that I don't speak to on a daily basis. We speak every couple of weeks, every couple of months. But when we speak, it's like no time has passed at all. And granted, when they find out something happened to me or I find out something happened to them, because I have been in that situation before, we definitely do be like, girl, what the hell? How the hell you ain't tell me about that? Nah, I would have been there and I would have, I'm worried about you. What can I do now that I know about it? I even had somebody that I spoke to last week. I was telling Candy. I used to live with her, okay? Her kid's godmother was there when her daughter was born. I didn't tell her about me being in the hospital last year. She was just finding out about that and was like, what? She's like, oh no, we done went way too long without speaking. I'm gonna have to check in with you. So I get that part. And that's not even us having any issues or arguments. That's just life been lifing, and we both been dealing with our own things, and we just ain't been able to get together with each other. I feel like sometimes it's not even about you, but you may take it personal in that way because, like Mo just mentioned, Fatima do got a whole bunch of stuff going on where she can't even catch her breath before the next thing is going, and she really need to be sitting her damn behind down, worried about this baby she's gonna have. Right. I do wish they would have brought Leslie up as well, and she would have said, "Girl, I got a whole stalker coming up in the house," and been able to tell her about that and showed her Leslie picture so she could let her know that she came to the salon. But as far as this, just with the phone call, I get her coming at Angela like, how the hell you ain't telling me that you had a whole heart attack? But I just don't care about Belinda and I don't like her. So it wouldn't have been no way that I would have still been coming over here for her to do my hair. All that would have been not in the mix for me. So I'm just speaking for their choices and how they went about it and the so-called friendship that they supposed to have, because this feels very forced for me. Their friendship is forced. Angela with Bryce is forced. I don't like none of it.
Especially Fatima. Yeah. Belinda now is very forced.
Yeah, because after you left the salon and then you clammed your way up the fire escape and was in my bedroom.
Yeah.
No, ma'am. All y'all supposed to be done with Belinda, to be honest. All y'all.
Is she in for
Tamika? Y'all ain't supposed to be friends with Belinda no more, because that heifer was in my bed trying to hunch my man.
I agree. I wouldn't be friends with her either. And then she got with Nathan just to get to keep in the know in their business because she outside. So Nathan is feeding her information, and she's starting shit with what's his name, Jeremiah and Zach. I'm like, what the? Like,
so
yeah,
Golden says she's a behavioral health nurse, and Angela's definitely showing signs of mental health issues. It definitely could be.
Look, I'm with you when you're right, because that's why I said she need to work on self.
Yeah.
So then Fatima and Belinda get into it, and she said, "I should have been done with your ass long time ago." But Fatima, you got right with her, so I'm gonna need you to chew them words because you got right with her. The lady was at your baby shower pictures and all that stuff. So whatever. But anyway, then Angela want to get. I mean, Belinda get rowdy. They get rowdy. They carrying on.
Belinda got rowdy first. I was like, yo.
Belinda got rowdy. She got in Angela's face. Angela said, my heart might be bad, but his hands ain't, ain't
no, that's right. Cause
then she got in Fatima's face, and Angela had to get damn hold Belinda back. So they all, carrying on, bees, dropping bees, this, that, and the third. And it was just, like, why did it have to come to that? Is it because you still have an issue with Fatima? Or are you like you really, really hurt by them not letting, and I think it might be just the hurt of not knowing that something traumatic happened to my good friend and nobody called me. I didn't get a text message. So I think it might just be the overall thing of not knowing and nobody called and told me anything versus who called and told. I think it's just her not knowing, and then Angela had a whole life or death experience and I wasn't there. So I think that's what it was. It really just hurt her, because she started crying when she was doing the young lady's hair or whatever. And, then they got out right after that. But, she's trying to tell them to leave and get out. But, of course, they don't leave. What are y'all thoughts on just the Belinda saying, "I'll whoop a pregnant woman." And then you got Angela just had a heart attack. You all in her like that. Like you making this pregnant woman anxiety and blood pressure go up. And then your homegirl, you making her blood pressure and her heart shit, whatever happened, go up or whatever. But you telling me that you don't want no fair weather friends in your life or whatever, and you just in your feelings. But I think Belinda overreacted, in my opinion. But Tika, Mo, Tamika. Oh, pause. We got $5 super sticker. 2 of them. Somebody got them.
I wish we can see the super sticker. If it's a super sticker.
Oh, what's that?
That's you. You did a finger gesture and
child. Okay. But yeah, Golden 502. Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, Golden.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I like that. Golden. Live my life like it's golden. Yes.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
Right. I guess Tika can go.
Yeah, Tika, Mo, then Tamika.
It was definitely, she was in her feelings. We say dumb-ish sometimes when we are in our feelings. I don't like the fact that she did call Fatima a bitch. Like, that was unnecessary. But again, she was in her feelings. Fatima didn't hold nothing back either. And I had a small ounce of empathy because I tried to be the person in my mind to, okay, again, how would I feel if I was in this situation? And I've never really seen Belinda like really, really shed a real tear, and I feel like what she shed was an actual real tear. It wasn't like, it was like coming from a place of not just, dang, y'all didn't let me know nothing. It was more like, what would have happened if my friend actually passed away? So I feel like that's the place where I could be wrong. Next week, Courtney might write the thing a whole different way. But I just felt like she was coming from a place of, dang, what would I do if something actually happened to my friend? Like, I only have as we can see, she only has a handful worth of friends anyway. So what would I do if something happened to either of these 2 ladies? So that's just my thoughts on where I felt like she was coming from with it.
I don't really care about no damn gone Belinda. If I had to deep dig deep down and think about it. I guess I'll be on a little bit of what Tika said, but yeah, she already feel left out. She already feel like the black sheep of the group. But girl, you created your spot when you did that to Zach. Let's be clear. And you just got good with Fatima and the whole group and you played a part with Nathan, you playing with Nathan, you playing with Zach. It was just a lot of play you was doing. So no wonder you feel like a black sheep of the group. They don't tell you nothing, but yeah. So and yes, I think she really do care about Angela and Fatima, but it's unfortunate that nobody she's the last to know. It's unfortunate. For real, because like I said, she is the black sheep of the group. I have to admit that, but she created that space. It's now she just got to earn get back into the fold, I guess. And then they'll start calling her ass. I'm just saying, because we definitely need Belinda when Leslie crazy ass roll up on the house because homegirl Daisy didn't get the work done.
Okay.
I got nothing for Belinda and her tears. I would never trust her. I would never rock with her. If this was my friend group, Fatima and Angela would know how I felt about it, and I'd be over here on the side. Okay, I wouldn't be able to do it with Belinda.
All right,
but they chose to be together, so I would let them have their space together.
But what are your thoughts on them? Like about to come to blows?
Yeah, I thought that was out of pocket. You ain't gonna call me but so many bees, and you ain't gonna say you gonna fight no pregnant lady like I fight pregnant ladies too. See, that's why I couldn't rock with her. Because if I was there and she said that, I would have been done pushed Fatima out the way and drop kicked her in the damn throat. Like, who the hell are you talking to? So yeah, no. Here's a no for me.
She said,
Absolutely not. I know things is heated, but yeah, no, we don't go.
Yeah, there. That's why I said that's a wild take. Like,
yeah. So Yolanda says it was not Fatima's business to tell Belinda about Angela's heart attack. If we're in a friend group, I think it's okay for her to share that information, because we found out about a friend of ours the other day, and I won't say it wasn't that person's place to tell us, because how would we have known had we not told, and how would we not know to reach out to this person and send them a token of love, or just letting them know that we're thinking about them if somebody doesn't tell us. So I don't have an issue with Fatima telling, because they're all of them are friends. Now if Fatima was finna talk about the lady that was sitting in the chair, then that's different. But because all of them are friends, whether they're tight or loose or we on the rocks or whatever.
I mean, she can tell.
I don't have an issue with Fatima telling, but I also don't feel like it's her responsibility. I think, and I don't even think it was on. Yes. I don't think it was priority. On purpose. I think that she just was so caught up and overwhelmed with everything that wasn't really on her mind, and that's something that could happen too. You may say, like, I mean, of course, they don't show us Angela's family in here, but if she have a mother and father or any siblings, that probably would be your first thing you would consider, like, oh, let me call them and let them know. But sometimes you're not necessarily thinking about the friends or anybody else outside of that's maybe not involved on a daily basis with her, because you in the moment and you just overwhelmed with it happening, period. Plus, like we already mentioned, her dealing with Leslie and everything else.
And Fatima was scared to death when she came to Angela's house. She found that girl on the floor.
That found her like that, exactly. Yeah. So I don't think it was intentional, like her just wanting to say, "Oh, let me leave Belinda out of this."
Yeah. I'm not gonna say it wasn't her, but it's not. It wasn't her. It's not Fatima's. What was the word Tamika said? She could have told her, not that it was her business to tell, but it was just like letting you know what happened to our friend. Not that it was,
it just wasn't the first thing on her mind to do.
Fatima could have easily be like, dang, you want me to tell Belinda, or have you reached out to Belinda? Right. But clearly, because of everything that for me, it's like Belinda wasn't a thought in her head.
And either one of them.
That's what I'm saying.
Either one of them. Either one of them heads. But
Black sheep.
Yeah, it's not Fatima's responsibility. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It's not her responsibility, but I do think as a friend, and we're in a friend group,
because
it was okay to tell.
Even
it's okay.
Even what's his name, Bryce, when he comes to the hospital to see her, and it all boils down to this. That's not the way they wrote it, y'all. Okay, but Bryce could have been like, "Do you want me to call Belinda because he know her and Belinda's close, and he know Belinda would be worried about her." They didn't want to go that direction. They wanted to go this direction, and they wanted them to have the meeting of the minds and then arguing, and now we back together. And girl, you gonna fix my damn hair and shut up.
All right, and you gonna take this money? Hush.
Baby, Renee said Belinda was not on her mind, and she
wasn't. And that's just the truth.
Child.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Nate should have told her, baby. Nate trying to figure out how he owed somebody $3,000. He's trying to figure that out where he was.
And he still ain't worried about it. He over there spending
money in the bar.
Yeah,
$20.
Please.
Yeah,
and I'm
boy, if you don't go somewhere.
And those strippers are stupid for saying $20.
I cried. I sure did. Because this was a very realistic moment with Connie. Connie is at her chemotherapy session. And the doctor's asking her, like, when are you gonna have your, your I forgot what she called it, your hair, you cut your hair or whatever. When are you gonna do that? And she was like, well, my hair is fine. I don't plan on doing it or whatever. And
it's a wig.
Well, I mean, her hair, like, I guess whenever.
Oh, underneath it. Okay.
Yeah, I guess she meant her hair. Like, when do you plan on cutting your hair? And she was like, it's not a big deal to her. She was like, well, some people make a big deal about it. It's a party or whatever. And, she was like, she don't think she wants anybody to go ball with her or whatever. But some people do have those parties where they, whoever wants to join them, if they make a thing about it. Some people do, some people don't make a thing about it, go ahead and cut the hair off. But then we have Fatima and Zach pull up, and she was so happy to see. Let me plug my machine up. Fatima and Zach come. Oh Lord, my computer about to die. She was so happy to see them come in. They was like, we told you was gonna come see you or whatever.
Candy, go get the plug. We know what happened. We saw the show.
Yeah, because I'm finna get emotional. So
yeah, I see.
Mohey, go ahead and Mohey, go ahead. I'm finna get emotional. Go ahead. I'll be right back.
Oh, you want me to go first, Mo? Okay.
Yeah.
This was extremely emotional because not only she's not concerned about having anybody share this chemo cut. She was, she rather just, if it's gonna fall out, it's gonna fall out, and I'll do that. That's a journey I'll walk by myself, or a path I'll walk by myself, right? But then she also we find out through the doctor that Miss Betty passed away, which was the one lady that was there that was talking to Connie and just is trying to inspire her or encourage her to find that family, find that village that you need to help you get through this. You can't do this no matter how strong you are. You cannot do this by yourself. You're gonna need somebody. And so, we know that later on she ends up telling Zach and Fatima, they help her through the child custody situation and everything. And now she's talking to them and saying, my sister is going to, whenever I pass, because I am going to pass, the doctor said that it's getting worse, that, it's not, my sister is going to take care of my children, and I need y'all to just make sure they know where their mother is. I want to be buried here in, I'm assuming, Atlanta or Georgia. I want to be buried here, and just, when they get old enough, let them know where I am so they can come and visit me, which was so heartwarming. But it was a necessary conversation. Zach, of course, and Fatima were like, no, we don't want to, it's going to be okay. But what can you really say when somebody is going through something and they know that their time is like really expiring? You can only say encouraging things, but you also got to be realistic. And it's not speaking anything negative into existence in that person's life, but it's being realistic And if they're willing to be realistic about the situation, then you should kind of, go right along with it and say, okay, yes, yes, we'll make sure that your kids are good. We'll make sure they know who you are, because I feel like that gives that individual some form of comfort, knowing that even though I'm not going to be here anymore, in the physical sense, my children will still be taken care of. And yeah, this was, I cried right along with the words up there, Candy. I cried too. This is a conversation that hits hard, and it's a real conversation. So before I start crying, I'm gonna go ahead and let Mo take the floor. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely got Missy eyed hearing her talk, especially after the lady told her about Miss Betty, and then she automatically come to the realization like, okay, that's about to be me. But I'm like, not necessarily, because you could be one of the ones, be a success story, come out of it. So that's why I'm like, dang, don't say you're gonna die, like, because you never know. You could make it on the other side. You could be the one ringing that bell. So when Zach came in, like, Zach really will make you cry if you looking at Zach. So I had to do one of these, the screen, like, yo, Zach, no, we're not gonna do that. So, and the way she said, give them responsibility of her taking her kids to Florida or what have you, so they can be taken care of by her sister, whoever. And yeah, it was just really sad to hear her talk like this. But I understand it's realistic. But like I said, she automatically throw in a towel. I'm like, you could be a success. So I was just hoping she is a success, to be honest. Because I really like Connie and her character. So, and yeah, did she ever tell her kids that she got cancer? I can't remember for the life of me.
I believe they know now. I believe they know now.
They know now,
it's
but
kind of
they
like
never
a soul.
really.
Right.
Okay. Because man, if you got kids snatched away, then I don't know when the next court date is, and
Mama go with her sister, so they're gonna go with her sister. So I think they probably seem like they may have settled that part. It was just maybe something they just didn't show us.
I hope so, because look, I'm saying I'm gonna need all this in writing to the courts. We gotta go back to the courts, because the courts will decide for you, for your children, even though you telling me this. Yeah. So yeah. I hope she is a success story. I hope she be able to ring that bell.
Yep, Tamika.
Yeah, this is a hard one, definitely. I'm gonna try not to cry. I'm dealing with this right now, and I know far too many people that's been dealing with it. I actually lost some people with it this past year, and then 3 people that just have became cancer free, and that's what I want to hear. Because when I got my diagnosis coming out the hospital from almost dying, the doctor literally said, "It's spreading in your body. Do you want to bring your son in here so we could tell him," like he was saying, pack it up, okay? But I'm still here, and so far all my stuff has been stable. It's not gone, but it's stable. So I'm hoping that's what happens with Connie. I definitely was like, oh God, y'all know I was crying like a baby, and I like that to know that she have a sister that's like, I'm gonna take these kids, because I thought she was gonna be asking Zach and them to take the kids, and I'm like, they can't do that. They got too much going on. So I'm so happy to hear that she actually have a sister that's gonna step in, that's gonna have them, and she was able to tell them what she wants. That's a hard conversation to have, but definitely one you have to do. Definitely felt bad that the lady Betty didn't make it, because she was, somebody that was encouraging her, and you need that as well. So this whole scene was just like, oh Lord Jesus, y'all know how I feel about Connie. So and Zach and Fatima was emotional, but then it was funny how they was able to flip it at the end and be like, all right, we got you, we are definitely gonna do what you asking us to do. And she wanted to show Connie her dress and was saying Zach couldn't, see it. And he was like, y'all gonna tag team me? She was like, we sure the hell will. The nurses like me. Okay, I'll have your ass kicked up out of here. So I'm glad they was able to give her that support. And she also was able to feel like, okay, if this does go another way, I know my kids is gonna be okay, because that's always, y'all know I ain't child about to choke up over here. So yeah.
Whew, yeah. Thank God the Mac was about to die. Yeah, this was a hard part to watch because girl, shut up. I'm talking to myself like get it together. Because I know people that have not made it.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't had Connie's situation. This is a damn TV show. I'm crying for. They wasn't in Connie's situation. They were like, they got bank, and they didn't make it. So it just made me, it had the kids were grown and everything. And it's just like, she was already in a bad situation. Her kids was taken and nobody knew what she was going through. And because she's so I guess she's prideful that she doesn't want to ask for help. Ask for assistance until it's the house burned down. I'm a kid. Now I have to tell. And okay, now you got to have the conversation. Okay, I'm not gonna make it. I might die, whatever, blah blah blah. I'm like, Connie, girl, please stop speaking like that. But I mean, that's just how she is because now she's talking about it. It's okay, all right, we listen. But her sister go taking the kids to Florida. But I want y'all to bury me here, and don't let my kids forget about me. Let them know where I am, and that like really broke my heart because I'm like, damn. I mean, my kids got family, but she seems not to have any family here that we've seen so far. And so really her kids do have to go somewhere else. And I'm glad they do have somebody to go to, somebody that they know. But this like really broke my heart because it's like, what if it was me? What would I, oh God, when I tell y'all, this was a lot. This was a lot. It was realistic.
But it was definitely realistic. This is somebody's story.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
She's in the character Connie, and any person that is dealing with that is in the acceptance stage. It's like she's accepted it. Not that she's giving up. I don't feel like she's giving up because on the last 2 episodes, Connie was saying, I'm gonna make it, right? But she also has to kind of like say, okay, but this is what the doctor is telling me. And okay, if something does happen, this is what we gotta put in place because I want to know that y'all are gonna, just do this for me, do this one particular thing for me. So, geez, man,
and then after hearing losing Miss Betty, it really came real like, oh,
right,
yeah,
because it's like it's kicking
tough.
in.
You don't even really see Connie cry. Like you don't see Connie like she's one of the boys person, but and she's so tough acting. It's like Connie acted her ass off this episode. Sitting in that chair, she really pulled at my heartstrings. When I say I cried, listen, I cried like a baby, and I'm crying up in that. So I just because I felt it, and I'm like, people are in her situation in real life. No money, no access, to resources, and you probably gonna get the lowest of the low on the resources, even though it should not be.
Right.
It's too much money out here in these United States of these Americas where everybody should be on the same level when it comes to healthcare. And that's another thing. Healthcare, it's a bunch of bull crap. So
that's a whole conversation.
Okay. So I really felt for her. When you think about the kids, it's like, don't let my kids forget about me. Let them know where I am so they can come visit me. And that's serious. That's something serious because you don't know what the sister gonna do. But he wants to make sure they know to go get them kids and bring them back here and let them see where I am and teach my kids about me, per se. Right. And I'm taking that's what she was saying. Teach my kids about me, who I was, and don't let them forget me, and always know that I'm here in this space or whatever. And that just really broke my heart. I'm also glad they broke the ice with looking at the dresses. And I think doing this, I do know in real life, DeVale's father-in-law was dealing with cancer.
Kadeem father.
Yeah.
Kadeem's father.
Yeah.
Was the little cousin. So, you never know. I don't know when this was filmed, but I'm sure, Zach know how to tap into those emotions.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, like, if this was around the time that was going, I'm sure it was easy for him to just, knuckle up. But Zach don't mind crying in real life, though. So he'll get on camera and start talking about something, start crying. But
and Layla herself, Layla, who plays Connie, her literally her best friend, when she got the role or when she was told that this is where the route that her character was going, her best friend was literally right there in the hospital as she was receiving, this is what your character is about to go through in the next season. So she literally, this was like experience, like real life, really real life for her. So man, salute to anybody right now. And I'm going to say this, that's literally fighting cancer, not just, okay, I know you have those moments, but not giving up so much. You still living. Cancer don't have you. You might have cancer, but cancer don't have you. You living. You're living. So again, I just want to say this right now. Salute to you, Tamika, because girl, you get up there every week, 4-5 times a week, and you're here on this whole live, and we talking
and kicking with us.
Right. So I salute you and commend you for being a willing vessel to a lot of people, because a lot of people got to hear, they need to hear your story, and I feel like you're definitely touching somebody every time you get on these in these YouTube streets and talk. So
even though you don't be giving a damn.
Right.
right.
Okay.
Thank you to you ladies. Y'all keep me
love you.
Y'all keep me pushing through. More than you know.
Love you down. Love you real bad. And Miss Renee been on my neck all day.
She better probably could hear nobody. Dang.
My machine was about to die, child. Hi, Acres of Movies. Hi, Stacy.
Renee is crazy. This is funny.
Oh, yes. So, child. Surprisingly, broke ears Nate gave halfway decent advice. So, Nate in the Tata bar getting the booty clap cheeks and all this stuff going on. I mean, he all in the mix. Now, he ain't got a nickel to rub together, but he found some money to get these two chicks. And he owe
Mr.
Tyrone
and Tony $3,000 plus, so it's like, why are you spending money? Then you go ask Nate for some money at the end. I mean, Tony for some money. So Tony is calling Nate and asking him, like, what would you do? How would you feel if you did something wrong or whatever? He was like, well, you're a pretty good dude, Well, it couldn't be me because I know, I forgot his wife's name. She, she had been on my head or whatever. But he's letting him know, we hold ourselves accountable. Even if we have done people wrong, we still have to hold ourselves accountable or whatever. And Tony was like, he don't think he can be forgiven for this one. Nate said, think. That's what you're saying, think, keyword, kill the think, and just ask for forgiveness. I said, oh, snap. He finna tell, oh, God. Okay, Tony, take that with a grain of salt. I don't really want you to do what Nate's telling you to do. But I'm glad Nate did give him halfway decent advice, because it was the right thing to do in a way. But you really don't, if he knew what Tony had done, he wouldn't have told him that. But because Tony said it the way he said it, he gave him the advice to, go ahead and say what you got to say. But I need you to give me $40 though before you go. So Mo, Tamika, then Tika, what are your thoughts on Nate's advice?
I'm glad that Tony didn't really tell him what went down, because that definitely would not be his advice. 100%, but yeah, he came through with some good advice. But yeah, Tony, I was scared for him to. That's why I'm like, go to a priest, especially since ask for forgiveness, repent. Like, that's what I was on. That's what I said last time, because I don't know. But like I said, because that lady could like turn around and sue you be in court, or get your butt in jail. Like, that can happen. People change their minds. It's wild. But yeah, Nate asked and these two dumb strippers waiting for $20. I'm like, split amongst two of y'all, so y'all get $10 a piece. So you gonna wait patiently. I would have walked off and went find my next trick. Okay? Because you making it barely drizzle over here with $20. Like, what are we doing? Nate.
They butt ass nigga for $20.
I'm like, girl, y'all stupid. I ain't patiently waiting while he taking the phone call.
Oh, I ain't think about that, child.
No, I was saying in my this whole time when they actually stopped and sat down with their boobs like this and their legs crossed, waiting, and then he said I only got $20. Give me a minute. I hate it. I said, no, they didn't just sit there, but damn, must be a slow night.
Girl, good night. Tamika.
Yeah, it's a real slow night, or they just slow because ain't no damn way in the world. I can't win Nate, but yeah, he did actually give him good advice. I don't know that he would have gave him that advice had he went into the details and said everything, but I'm glad he didn't because we don't need to be having those full conversations about the details over the phone. But yeah, you know, because it was pretty similar to kind of what oh gosh, now I don't forgot his name. What's the OG name? Tyrone. It was kind of similar to what he started saying later on, because initially he was like, leave this alone, stop doing it, you know, but once he went and picked him up from jail, he was like, look, if this gonna keep bothering you and you really can't get over it like that, then just go ahead and go on and have the conversation and get it off your chest, say what you need to say.
So the priest wasn't on the table. Why they?
That's what I'm saying, baby. Because we definitely could have went to the priest. I'm just saying.
Yeah, these boys ain't been to church since
since
this show ever started.
They went to the funeral.
It's not too late.
You're right. That was it. You're right. They did go to the funeral. The pastor did tell them it wasn't too late. But you know, the natives are fool. Okay, you in the strip club talking about God. I ain't mad at it. You know, you got to talk about the man, but you got to talk about God wherever you are. I understand. It just threw me off that this message literally came from Nate, because we're so accustomed to seeing the shenanigans of Nate. I need money from everybody. Nate. I need to sleep on somebody's couch. Nate. I need to drive somebody's car, Nate. We're not accustomed to this particular. So maybe if this man need to get some common sense, maybe if he needs to keep common sense, maybe he need to keep going to the strip club. Maybe, maybe he just need to be in front of booty and tatas every day to have some freaking common sense. Now, who's gonna fund his little trips to the strip club? I don't know. If it were me, if I were Tony, I wouldn't have sent him no $40. And it's a pandemic, so the lady said we're gonna get this little bit of money by any means necessary, because I ain't really seen nobody else in the strip club. I'm just saying they had to get their money some kind of way, and you wasted our time this far. I might as well get my shake my booty and my top anyway right here. But yeah,
pandemic my ass. Even the pandemic, people was getting stimulus. Like
they need it's a new pandemic. We got a new government. Last time you got a stimulus check, they said we got to shake it till we make it.
You got to shake it before you make it. Okay.
Yeah.
This was Nate gave some halfway decent advice. I was proud of him. In that moment. So maybe he just need to be in there to have business, sensible conversation. Maybe he just need to be around somebody he don't want to be embarrassed by. So he can talk sense. I hate for all of the scenes that they talk to Nate and be in the club, but I mean, he talked like he had some sense while he was on the phone. Okay.
Right.
So this was so touching. And her response to Tony was, the way I took it, she now know where her son, where he is, and she can stop worrying about him. And I've heard so many people with troubled children say that when they either go to jail or pass away, I know where they at, and I know they okay. I had my own cousin say that about her own child. She was like, well, I know where he is now. and I ain't got to worry no more. Now, it's a different worry when you ain't got your child, but you don't have to worry about where he is every day, every night. But anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and say what you know. So he walked up on the on Miss Thelma. He walked up on her, she was like, "Are you the young man that's been leaving, the money or whatever?" And she called him son, and he was like, "Don't call me son." And I'm like, "Okay, you don't want her to call you son, I guess because you took her son away from him, so don't call me son or whatever." So, she was letting him know that those envelopes that he was leaving were very, a blessing to him, but she was kind of scared of whatever was going on because she don't know where the money was coming in because people are crazy out here, and she does not know what's going on, why this money is left there, because strangers just don't leave packages by people's door of money anyway. So he's letting her know like everybody's not looking for penance, and I'm sorry for what's happened to your son. So, she take a beat and she think about it. She said, "Okay, I see you. I pick up what you put down. Come on and sit down. You want to come in the house or whatever?" He was like, "No, I want to come in, let's sit down on the whatever." They just start talking, and she lets him know that her grandson was a troubled child, and that it was always something going on with him. She hadn't talked to him over a year or two, and they end up praying together, and she let him know that whatever was going on was okay. They found her grandson or whatever, and she felt relief. So that's why I say that she can stop worrying now, because she felt relief once they found him, that he was unalive or whatever. So it was just touching to me because Tony needed this. This was like a sigh of relief. And then the lady didn't go off. Shit, she was, not that he did her a favor, because nobody ever wants to deal with that. But the worration can take you out. Stressing can take you out. Money, giving somebody money, bailing somebody out of jail over and over again, that can really do a number on you. Not that you want your people to pass away, but she know. And if I sound ignorant to y'all, I'm sorry. This is how I'm taking it in, and this is how I am regurgitating it. So just take it for a grain of salt. This is how I'm feeling. She's at peace with him being gone because she knows where he is. He's not harming anybody. He ain't harming her and stressing her out. Hey, some people feel that way about their people. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Tamika, Tika, Mo.
Yeah, this was very touching. I wasn't expecting this to be her reaction. I would have understood if it was another way, but I understand it this way as well because obviously he lived a troubled life. She knew the things that he was getting into, and him being on the street. She even said there was times he blames her for the way she raised him and blames his mother for not being there for him because she said this was her grandson. And so, you know, I guess to a certain degree, even though when this versus it actually happening, she probably only seen him ending up in one or two places, and he pretty much ended up in one of them. And she was like, now we ain't got to worry no more. We ain't got to stress. Um, he's at peace, and the fact that she was able to pray with him and tell him, no, go ahead and keep the money. And he was saying that he actually lived that same life too, which I remember him mentioning that to Tyrone, like the things that him and Zach had gotten to back in the days and how his mother had got on him, but he was actually able to turn it around, and become something different and choose different things. Whereas where her grandson was going, um, he just wasn't gonna stop. He wasn't heading that way. So this was able to give him a little bit of peace. He probably still feel a sense of guilt, but it's probably not as much as what he was feeling before, that he wanted to come over here and pour his heart out, child. That took a lot to do that. I don't know that I would have done that. But I also feel like he could have called the cops from the beginning, because the boy did come in there to rob his shop, and he was, it was self-defense. But yeah, this is where we went to. Now, does she change her mind later? I don't know. But for right now, she pretty much feels like, she did all she could, and this is the choices that her grandson made.
Yeah. Tika.
Yeah, I could feel the weight literally lifting off of both their shoulders. One for Tony being able to tell his truth. Just say, I'm sorry, I wronged you. And then for her to say, oh, baby, you didn't wrong me because I didn't know if this young grandson of mine was going to end up in one place or the other. So basically, you're forgiven. I felt like she was telling him, you're forgiven, especially when you want to pray with somebody. You gotta be a special type of person to literally instantly forgive that person right in that moment and want to pray for them. So again, yeah, it was definitely very much so a touching moment. And he was coming to drop off his last payment, and she ended up giving that money back to him, and she was like, no, I don't, this money has been a blessing, but it's okay, you don't have to, give it to me. um Again, like you said, Candy, people really do go through this, because she said that he had been out there hurting other people, had hurt her. And so at some point, unfortunately, something was definitely going to happen to this grandson of hers. So yeah, great scene. All I can say is great scene to the director. Great scene to both the actors in this particular scene. Like, I was literally on that porch with y'all praying. Oh, what a forgiving heart this lady had. And I think it's because of the way that her grandson lived. I think that's what made it so much easier for her to just automatically, forgive him right there in that moment. So yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's you can tell it was the late weight lifted, because you ain't got to worry about what your grandson or son doing out in those streets, and you know what kind of life they live. So yeah, my grandma. I heard my grandma say that to some of her children, and I think my mama said it once. But it's like, okay, you make peace where they at. So Tony, I understand you have to get it off your chest. You trying to get her the money, she got the money back. I hope that this don't come back and bite them. That's what I've been hoping, because I do see people get influenced by other family members when they tell them what happened, and then they change their damn minds. And then here we go, you in jail or in court. So there's that. But yeah, I'm glad he got the peace that he was looking for, and now she can put a face to the person who leaving all that money for her, and yeah, and let him know it was okay. So I hope this helps Tony, and I hope it don't bite him in the ass.
Real quick though,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Let me say real quick, Candy.
Mhm.
I agree. I definitely agree with what y'all saying, but I think that when Tony decided to go ahead and reveal, just to say that I was the one that did it, for the most part, I think he was willing to accept whatever consequence actually came
Mhm.
with what happened. Like, you going, you don't know, like y'all saying, you don't know if this is gonna come back to bite him in the tail. So
Yeah, I think he said
um
that last episode, actually, as
Mhm.
I'm remembering.
yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah.
did say
So
that. Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. And then she didn't even ask, because he didn't even really say that he did it, that he knew about it, that he was there. She didn't even ask anything, and I guess she didn't even want to know what happened, so she can just leave it
He
as
said, "I
she
know
did.
why you here." I'm
Yeah,
like,
but it's like she didn't
I don't
ask.
need to hear the words. I'm like, you
Yeah, like,
do? Oh
was
yeah.
it self defense or what happened? Like, was y'all fight? She didn't ask anything. She just left it at that, which is the best part, because you really don't want to know. And if you knew what type of child you had, 9 times, not saying everybody, but 9 times out of 10, somebody had to handle business because they was doing something they had no business. I hate to say it like that, but in this
It's
case, that's what it
it's
was.
real. It's realistic.
It's
Yeah.
realistic. And she was telling him when I was praying, she was like, asking the Lord to give him peace in his heart, just like you gave me. And I said, ooh, that's so touching, because she was at peace, knowing that he couldn't hurt anybody anymore for whatever this little fella was doing, and he couldn't even
And
hurt her anymore.
I was at her, screaming her. And no matter if you wilding out in the streets, guarantee you wilding out on her in her own home.
And then you was giving her blaming her for the things that you had done when she said she gave him such a good home. Or she did the best she could. It was like, but I appreciated the scene. I really, truly did. Miss Renee said, that's why my mother sent my brother to live with my father in New Orleans. She said he was going to be in jail or alive. Yep. So that's that on. Oh, Lord. She got to with the slide. Wait a minute. Here we go. No, wait a minute. Can he get it together? Okay, there we go.
I'm like, you clicking every button.
Right, every button, but the right button.
Get it till you find the one you're looking for.
Okay. Life is hard, but death is easy. And it is. Life is hard to live, but death is easy because you the one dead, and it ain't easy on everybody else, but it's easy on you because you.
Yep.
Hey, is you chilling basically? Not that say it like that, but you are.
Yeah.
So this was a good episode. It really, really was. How many more we got? This was 17th, so we got 3 more, or we got
3 more.
3 more.
If they take it to 20, it'll be 3 more.
Okay. So what do y'all hope to see on the next episode, and what y'all got going on y'all channels? And we're gonna get on up out of here. Mo Tamika Tika.
I hope to see Jeremiah and flush out his story, because I know the actor is not on. I hope that he got a chance to flush it out before he chuck up the deuces. So that's all I got to say. Yeah. So that's what I really want to see, and see how crazy chick Leslie gonna suck her way out of jail. And what I got on my channel, Raising Kanan, the Vampire Lestat, Housewives of Atlanta. I think that's it. It seems like I'm keep missing something, but yeah. House of the Dragon coming back, y'all, this weekend. Okay. And I want to say happy Juneteenth. If y'all don't hear from me tomorrow, like happy Juneteenth. Okay. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there who in their child's life. Yeah, that's it.
Happy Papa's Day.
Yeah, I would like to see the same thing, Jeremiah, and what crazy ass Leslie gonna do. Who left these packages outside of the house?
I forgot about that.
It could be a damn registry.
Black ass done ordered all this stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It could have been a registry. They forgot they signed up for, and people send stuff. Like, what the hell?
Because Zach, he gotta be dramatic and always want to stress Fatima out worse.
Right.
Coming up on the channel, Raising Kanan, The Shy. Of course, Club Eden on Sunday. Then we do From Again Tuesday. From is Tuesday, Vampire Lestat Monday, The Oval Wednesday, Zatima Thursday. Like, we just do it all over again. Plus House of Dragons. So there's a whole lot. And I gotta put up a recap tomorrow it might not be tomorrow, but Love After Locker come out tomorrow. So I gotta put up a recap for that. But yeah, there's a whole lot going on. Yeah.
Okay. Take a douche.
Yeah, I want to say I'm just glad that they finally brought Tony's story to an end for now.
Yes.
Hopefully it is an end. Now he can move on with his life and be a productive barber. I want to see what is up next for Nate, because Nate, even though he was in the Tata bar, he had a moment of, I got a little bit of sense. Now maybe he'll take his own advice, probably not, but it would be nice to see. I can do without another scene with Connie right now. I need to recenter myself, because that was a lot. But maybe it'll be a positive moment with her. And we gotta see Leslie, because Leslie about to, as Monique just said, suck her way out of jail. I don't want to really see the act, but I do want to see once she does get up out of there, what she actually does once she gets out of there, how much more chaos is she gonna cause among Fatima? Is Fatima gonna go into labor while Leslie has pulled up on her? Like, I need to see what's about to go down, and I need Zach to build a wall, literally build a wall, and not put that baby's bed up against that railing again, because that stressed the heck out of me. Okay. And that's what I want to see, and that's what I'm hoping, but I'm looking forward to whatever happens on the episode. Thank you, Candy, for putting this whole thing together tonight, girl. I know. Thank you, but thank you so much. And always is fun. Coming up on the channel, Virtual Club Eating, where Virtual Club Eating is always a vibe. Sundays, 7:15 something time, 8:15, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Y'all know we be messing up them times, right? Raising Canaan, that's Friday. The Dutton Ranch, I'll be doing that on Saturday. What else I got? And then I'm gonna give y'all 10 good days of what had happened on Ruthless. I need to give the people a recap, because on the 30th, the Ruthless Tyler Perry's Ruthless is on its way back, and y'all know I'm here for all the shenanigans. Ruthless Roundtable, we're coming back for that. And Sunday I'm gonna do a little something small for the fathers. I didn't have my father, but I had a brother and an uncle who took care of me as if I was their own. So I gotta show love. I can't say I lacked the father
male figure
in my life. Like, I can't say that. So I gotta show love to the men who out there being real fathers. Okay. And so that's pretty much what I got going on. That's pretty much it. What about you, Candy? And thank you once again, Candy. What you got?
You're welcome, darling. And
even though she almost kicked me out.
Are you hosting tomorrow?
Yeah, we was about to kick you out. Because you was doing too much, Monique.
So rude.
Come on, Monique.
Yeah, you was almost about to kick me out.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, she had to go.
I don't give a damn about that shit.
Oh my God.
But yeah, for real though, Tamika said, "Are you hosting the team?" I said, "She did I volunteer?" So that's why I went ahead and said, well,
you sort of did. You sort of, and I appreciate it. I wasn't mad at that at all.
So that's why I went ahead and put it in the chat. If I can host, because
thank you.
And
listen,
but anyway,
you asked me. I'm gonna say yes, ma'am. Okay.
You did. You did not hold back. Now, if it had been another question, you might have been answered it today. But that one was like, yeah, go ahead. I got you. I know. But anywho, I enjoyed this episode. For me, Tamika and I had a good old kiki last night, talking about the Oval. Tamika, here we go.
He did all the shooting.
Yeah, he just kept shooting. Just shooting. It's just shooting.
I'm sorry.
Shooting. It's just shooting. It's just shooting.
Girl, please.
Just shooting.
I would need him to tap her on the back of her neck to get her up and repeat.
Was that before or after they did the hump and grind?
That was
before.
Last episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was last episode. But that's funny. That's gonna be funny to me. Okay. But yeah, we did the Oval last night, and we had a good old kiki laughing at Jason and everything, and why Jason ain't taking these men's out instead of leaving these women here. But anywho, then we have, what's tomorrow? We have the Shy at 7:15 Eastern Standard Time, and then we have Raising Canaan at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. And then we go back to Club Eden on next Sunday, this coming Sunday, which is Father's Day. But guess what, Daddy? I got to cut you out short, bro. I got to go to the club, okay, on a Sunday night, and it goes down in the Club Eden. But that's that on that. Thank everybody for coming through. I appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Renee. Thank you. Melrose one, Ola Queen, West Coast Barbara. Who else? I can't remember everybody. Stacy, somebody named Stacy came through. Acres of Movies. Oh, that's Acres of Movies, Stacy. Okay. And Golden 502 for giving up those duckies. Thank you so much. Thank you. The ladies appreciate it. And Patricia? Was that Patricia?
Mm-hmm.
I try to call everybody's name out, but I can't see now, Lord. Like my eyes going blurry. But anyway, thank y'all for coming through. We're gonna be up out this thing. We will see y'all on the next one. Hush Mo. Peace out.